Hey guys, today is Saturday, so we'll be heading to Houston. It'll be about 3 to 4 hour drive. So gonna have breakfast first. This is my second day carb loading. I did 500 grams of carbs yesterday, or just a little over 500 grams. Today I'm gonna shoot for another 5 to 600 grams of carbs. So starting off pretty similar like I did yesterday with a bagel and jam, chocolate rice cakes with peanut butter. I added the peanut butter today, a banana, and instead of the yogurt this morning, I just have a scoop of protein powder and some water just because I think it'll be easier to drink this than the thicker yogurt. And yeah, this is already a lot of food that I need to eat, and coffee. So I'm gonna eat this. I'll probably like have this last on the drive, so I'll probably space this out like a little bit. So yeah, just gonna eat this, finish packing up the car, and then we'll be on the road, and I'll show you yeah, how I keep eating while we're driving to Houston. Pit stop at Buc-ee's.
Christy wants to get some footage of her with the badger, the famous Buc-ee's badger. Is it a badger? Yeah, it's a badger, right? I think. 3, 2, 1. Hey, you look like the beaver. You want a picture? Get this one, let's go.
What are you getting?
So I'm getting the birthday cake with whoopie pie and a kolache. Do you want anything?
Birthday cake, whoopie pie.
And a kolache.
Wow. No.
Figured you'd want to taste the birthday cake one.
It's a quick trip inside Buc-ee's. It's really easy to like spend forever in there, so we tried not to do that.
$130.
$130?
Yeah.
Wow, we didn't get that much. We bought some of these rings. We didn't have any, so finally found a color that I like. We got also a Buc-ee's shirt as souvenirs. I can't wait to get back and give them that. We also got them some treats. So it was 3 hours since I ate breakfast, so I'm gonna have some of this banana bread. I'm just gonna have to guesstimate on what the carbs are. I'll just put like a generic banana bread in the app, you know, and guess. And then with that, I'm gonna drink one of the orange juices. So keep the carbs coming in. But yeah, if you are ever by Buc-ee's, I do recommend going in. It's a lot of fun. But now we are, how far from Houston? We're about 2 hours from Houston, so good on time.
As you can see, we made it to our hotel, so it worked out really nicely. We did get here early. We got here about 11:30, and we did the valet parking and just came in to ask if we could drop off our stuff, but they said that they had a room available so we could check in early. So check-in was going to be at 3, so we were able to check in almost 3.5 hours early. So that's great because we able to put our stuff in the room and, you know, take a little break, and then we'll be heading to the expo maybe in about 30-45 minutes. This also gives me some time to have a snack. I'm honestly not that hungry, but I know that I need to keep eating. I prepped an extra bowl of the rice yesterday, the rice pudding, so this is ready to go. We had a cooler with us in the car, so this is nice and cold still. And throughout the next hour or so, sip on some water with 1 scoop of raw fuel. The rice and 1 scoop of raw fuel will be 122 grams of carbs. So
Hey, thanks for running with us. From here, you're going to get your goodie bag for the marathon right next door. Check your bib at the bib scanners right down the way, and then head around the corner to the expo. Okay, thank you.
Ready?
yes, now I get to pick up my goodie bag.
So what do we gotta do now?
Now we gotta go scan this over there. Oh, I guess they scan.
What is the scan?
Got a tumbler in here, which I'll show later.
Alright. What does the scanner do?
I guess they checked that the bib worked.
How does the bib work?
I don't know. So many questions. That's the timer too. That's how they track your time.
So there's like sensors?
Yes, at the
Nice.
start and finish.
Oh, nice.
Trying to find my name, but can't figure out the order. Okay, you think we're close? Where am I? I lost it. Oh, right here. This is the mug or the tumbler that I got with my bib, so it's pretty nice. You get the shirt after you finish the marathon. I'm gonna have a Go bar and 2 of the dates for some carbs before dinner. So it's about 2:30 now, and in about an hour and a half, I'm gonna go see the live Nobody Asked Us podcast. And then after that, we're gonna come back and just have dinner here at the hotel restaurant. We looked at their menu, they have some pasta, so hopefully that will work. My allergies have been really bad today, unfortunately. You know, I just feel a little bit stuffy, but like my throat, my eyes burned and everything. So I don't feel sick, it's just kind of uncomfortable. I'm gonna take some ibuprofen now just to see if that helps a little bit with the itchy throat and ears and stuff like that. And yeah, just hopefully tomorrow I'll feel a lot better. But if not, that's okay. I'll just have to suck it up, and we'll also see how weather ends up tomorrow. That's kind of what everybody is talking about right now. How it's gonna be cold and windy. Dinner at the hotel, got some pasta. It was technically supposed to be a beef sauce, but I requested to not have any beef, just sauce. Sal got the risotto. Did you try it already?
Mm-hmm.
Is it good?
It's good. Put a little bit of salt, but I like things salty. So
Oh, yeah, you do. I don't know if this is for you or for me.
probably for you. We're about 50 minutes in. Christy's pacing at 9:45 per mile. I've already spoken with her on the phone, let her know, like, hey, maybe try to pick up the pace by about 5 seconds. That way she can beat that 4:15. Fortunately, it's not as cold as we thought it would be. The weather's holding up, the sun is good and warm. So these guys running are probably feeling great. I'm currently here between miles 6 and 7. All right, Christy just rounded mile 6. So she should be coming up. She's ready to drop her jacket. So this awesome jacket she got at the thrift store, we're not gonna have to get rid of it. It's a Nike. She got it for like $5, but it's like a $70 Nike jacket. She knows that I'm waiting right here on the right hand side, so hopefully we can catch her. There she is. I love you. Love you. Keep up the effort. Good effort. Okay. She came out of nowhere, but she looks like a total badass. She came out of nowhere, looks like a total badass. I'm at mile 7. There's a shortcut to get to mile 10, which is going up the street. It's only about 1.2 miles in that direction over there. So I'm gonna have to run to feed her at mile 10 and then help her with the restock. She's doing good on time right now. She shaved 5 minutes off of her time so far. Fortunately, good thing I've been working on my own cardio so I can do this run no problem and then beat her to the 10-mile mark. So I probably wouldn't beat her if I was running the course with her, but I can take a shortcut because I'm a cheater. Okay, I'm almost there. Man, I don't know how she's just this little bit. I'm super winded. It's cold. But okay, she's almost there, so I'll be there. Okay, made it to the next meetup point before Christy. So this is where I'll try to restock with her. We've got more electrolytes there, and then a soft flask, and then some gels. So I'll keep an eye on where she's at. I'll call her when it looks like she's about maybe a quarter mile out. What I'll try to do is set up the camera a little bit ahead of us, and then I'll run alongside with her so we can kind of like pass everything off, and then, you know, pick up the camera and stuff. But based on how fast she had to keep going to drop off her jacket, it's not going to be an easy handoff unless I'm running alongside with her. So we'll try to get that set up. Okay, I think I see her. Let's see what we got. There she is. Gloves. Gloves. Throw them. Gotcha. Love you. Keep up the effort. Keep up the effort. Keep up the effort. Okay, I just got off the phone with Christy. I let her know her current, as of mile 10, her current time, we're looking at 4 hours and 8 minutes, which is great. She was trending at 4 hours and 15 minutes at about mile 3 or 4. So that's when we talked, and I let her know, you know, hey, you're trying to be 4:15, you got to pick up the pace. And she's done it. Like, if she knows what she needs to do, she will execute. You can always depend on her to execute. So right now she's currently executing. Her last pace was 9:16 for a mile. If she maintains that pace, she should be easily beating 4:10 for finish time. I think she can probably hold that pace for, like, you know, a few more miles, and she may pick it up in the latter half, just to maybe shave off and beat 4:05. But we'll see how she feels.
Mile 20.
Christy is currently 3/4 of a mile from being done. I'm waiting for her here at mile 26. As soon as I see her, I just want to, like, give her a big high five and help her sprint across the end. But I know she can do it. She's pushing hard right now. I tried calling her when she was a mile out, but, you know, straight to voicemail, and I know why. It's because she is focused. She's focused. She doesn't need me distracting her right now. She's dialed in. She's gonna sprint across super strong. I hope she leaves nothing left. I hope she just collapses when she passes the finish line, knowing that she put everything on the table. Sprint, sprint, you're almost there. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Give it, give it, give it, give it. Okay, made it to the family reunion hall. Gonna go by where the last name is. That's where Christy should come out. It smells really bad. Like, just a bunch of sweaty, gross, bad odor. So yeah. My hero. Oh, you look so tired. Good job. Nice.
I got some chocolate milk.
Oh, nice.
I've got an ice cream sandwich.
Oh, we better eat that quick.
I got water. Pizza time. I was just running for the pizza.
Yeah.
Cheers. I figured since we're in Houston, I should go with Starbucks mustard Milan. It's all for me.
Yeah, buddy. Oh. A well-earned pizza pie. Like it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mm. So it's got like a garlic aioli on there.
It's Tuesday, so about a day or two after the marathon, and just want to do a recap of how it all went and how I'm feeling. So, starting with the weather, like that was the big thing that everybody was talking about. You know, on the news, they were talking about how it was going to be really cold and super strong winds. And I was getting a little bit stressed about that, if I'm being honest. You know, I wasn't sure what I should wear. I wasn't sure, how the wind was going to affect me. And then there wasn't actually that much to worry about because it wasn't as bad as they were making it sound. It was cold, especially if you weren't moving, but after like the first 2-3 miles, I warmed up. And luckily, I didn't overdress. So I just had like a small zip up kind of hoodie thing. And then I just had gloves and a beanie and like the neck gaiter. And then eventually, I did take off the gloves and the neck gaiter. There were some sections where the wind was pretty strong, but just a few parts where it was hitting you directly on. And then I just remember one spot where the wind was coming sideways, and I actually felt it like push me sideways. So that was kind of tough too, because you're then trying to fight the wind to stay upright. And then towards the end, though, there was a nice tailwind. I could feel the wind behind me really pushing me forward, so that was cool. Felt pretty strong at the start, and I started off pretty conservatively, about 30 seconds below my goal pace, just to kind of feel things out, make sure I was going to be able to pick up the pace and not burn out too early. I don't know if that was the right call, like if I started off too slow, I don't know. I did try to pick it up in the second mile and the third mile. Started going from, I think I started up around 9:40, then tried to go up to like 9:20 around there. Sal called me around the 3 mile mark, which was helpful. I had my Shocks headphones, so I didn't have to pull out my phone or anything. It was very easy. He called me, and all I did was push the button, and he would just talk to me. I would hardly say anything, but he let me know like where I was as far as pacing and time. And he's like, if you want to get, sub 4:15, you need to pick up the pace. And I was like assessing this. Okay, I'm feeling good. Yes, I can pick it up. Started picking it up from there. Sal met me again at the 6 mile mark, and that's where I gave him my jacket. And then I kept going from there. Saw him again at the 10 mile marker, and that's when he handed me another soft flask of water. So I started with 1 plastic-liter water bottle. That way, as soon as I finished that one, I could throw that one away because it was just a plastic bottle. The soft flask I had in my pocket, ended up throwing that one away. Sal gave me the replacement one, so that was really helpful because I didn't have to worry about picking up the cups and then trying to get that water in. With practice, that would probably be better because then there's less weight you're carrying. But I think for me, this still worked out. I wanted to make sure I stayed on top of hydration because even though it's cold, you don't feel thirsty, but you do need the hydration to keep going, plus the fueling as far as the carbs. So I had some raw fuel with the water because that has both carbs and electrolytes in it. And then I had my gels. I think as far as fueling and hydration, that went very, very well. That worked out perfectly. I tried to do the math as far as how many gels I took, plus the carbs in the water. I think I averaged somewhere between 75 to 90 grams of carbs an hour, which is really, really good. And I could tell that I had enough fuel and energy for the whole run. I never felt like I bunked. After 13 miles, that's when I really started to try to hit my goal pace, which my goal pace was 9:09. 9:09, if I would have started that from the beginning, would put me at a 4-hour marathon. But I didn't really start hitting 9:09 until the half point at 13 miles. But I felt like I was still strong. I felt like I could maintain that. My heart rate at that point was around between 170, 175. And just throughout the training, I knew that I could maintain 170 for a while, or 170, 175. So that was really cool in
my watch would kind of vibrate at the mile mark, and I could just see each mile was ticking off at 9:09 or 9:08. One in there was like 9:10, maybe 9:11. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm actually like maintaining this pace pretty consistently. And then the last 3 miles, I was like, this is where I really got to push, even though I'm tired. So at that point, I picked it up as much as I could. I just really went as fast as I could. And at that point, my heart rate was like 180, 183, which is the top end of my heart rate. So I know I was pushing. I don't think I really held back at all. If anything, it was only at the beginning where I held back, which might have been a good move to make sure I didn't, burn out. Maybe it was too conservative. I don't know. But this being my first marathon, I just didn't know how it would all feel by the end. So overall, I think it was a good plan. I think it worked out really well. So I ended up finishing, as far as the chip time, official marathon time was 4 hours and 4 minutes and a couple seconds. So I'm really proud of that time. My dream A goal would have been 4 hours, but I'm really proud and really happy with 4:04 for my first marathon. And I feel like, I think by December, because that's the next race that I know for sure I'm doing in December. I'm going to do another marathon. So I think by December, I can get to that 4-hour mark for sure. Just knowing now how this first one felt. And then hopefully, more training by then, I'll be able to push the paces a little bit more. So it was really cool. It was a fun experience. The Houston Marathon is a very well organized event. I had my phone on the back, so I was carrying like a little belt. I had the phone back here. I don't know if the phone was basically like kind of like hitting my back over that amount of time, because at that spot on my back was pretty sore. It feels better today, but I might have to try the phone somewhere else on the next one. On short runs, it doesn't bother me, but I think over 4 hours, the phone there kind of put some pressure. It just felt like a bruise almost, even though there wasn't a bruise. Legs today are feeling better. They're still very sore. They feel like I did a very hard leg day in the gym. But I'm glad I don't feel like I have any injuries or anything like that. I can move around a lot more today. Sunday and yesterday were the hardest. Yesterday morning when I got out of bed, my ankles actually looked a little bit swollen. And it was hard to step normally. Today I'm stepping a lot more normally. So yesterday morning I put on the long compression socks and kept those on for half the day. And I think that helped a lot with the swelling and stuff. So yeah, I feel like I'm recovering. Probably by the end of the week, we'll be feeling pretty normal. Thanks guys for all the support. I had a lot of friends and family messaging me the day before and that day, wishing me good luck, telling me they knew I was going to do a great job. So that was really nice. And then, like I mentioned, Sal was on course with me. That was so helpful. I was so glad to have somebody there. Seeing Sal at different points, really kept me going. Plus when he would call me and just kind of give me motivation, that was really good. And I knew I just needed to keep pushing. And then, there was people on the course giving tissues, and that was super helpful because, with the cold and the wind that made your nose runny. But actually, I think I was getting a cold, so I had to blow my nose several times on the course. And I'm glad they had tissues. That way I didn't have to use my shirt. Towards the end, the people with tissues, I didn't see them anymore. So I actually ended up having to use my my neck gaiter to blow my nose and my shirt towards the end to blow my nose a couple times, which is kind of gross. But yeah, I mean, to all the support from my family, friends, from Sal, even strangers, spectating, because my name was on the bib, they would say my name and keep going, Christy, and even people I don't know, cheering, that was super helpful. So that's one thing that I know for me is if I'm not running a race, if it's a local race here or something, I would like to go out and be on the course because I know it was super helpful for me. So I would like to do that in going forward and give back to people racing because, have something out there that can be helpful or useful and just be cheering for people out there is something that I know that I want to do at some point as well. But yeah, like I said, trying to get all my thoughts together over how everything went. If you have anything else or any other questions, leave them in the comments. Thank you so much, guys. But yeah, this concludes the whole series as far as, you know, the training, the build up to the marathon for the Houston Marathon. We'll see what happens next. I'll let you know if I have anything planned in the future. But thanks for all your support. And if you haven't yet, please hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks. Bye.